What's up, everybody? It's your favorite nerd's favorite nerd, and today we're going to be talking about these two pieces: the Ewok assault catapult from Return of the Jedi, and the Death Star scanning crew. What's interesting about these is that they're both K-Mart exclusives, which brings me to my first gripe, and I'll kind of try to display the packaging while I'm ranting. I like the packaging because it's like, it has that retro Kenner feel. But it's hard to keep track of these Star Wars figures with there being so many exclusives. There's Toys R Us exclusives. There's Brian Toys exclusives. There's Lord knows who else. There's Target exclusives. It's like everybody's got an exclusive. And it makes it difficult for the fans to keep up with everything. Like I have no idea. I had no idea that these were even available. I just kind of stumbled across them. Kmart's one of my favorite places to hunt because nobody goes in there. It's like the Beirut of those type of stores. So I got them. Let's open them up and take a look at them. So here's the Death Star scanning crew, and you remember them from New Hope, and they're cool. It comes with the little bit they push around, and it rolls. So that works. And let's get to the figures. Now, my big gripe already, just right out of the box, is that there's no base stand, and I'm a big fan of base stands for 3 3/4 figures, like. Because not all of them stand. Like, this guy doesn't stand quite right, the guy in the black. And let's start with him. We'll put these two to the side. So, he's articulated and all that. Got the swivel on the elbow and a hinge. A swivel and a hinge on the shoulder. Swivel on the wrist. Heads on a swivel. Same over here. Waist is on a swivel. Looks like maybe just a hinge. Okay, it's hard to tell. I don't want to break them, but it looks like just a swivel on the legs as well, on the hips rather. Knees on a swivel and a hinge, and it's really hard to bend, and then it looks a little goofy because of the fabric in the pants or whatever, but that's forgivable. And then this ankle is on a swivel, and these 2 feet, like I don't know if I just got a bum pack, but like they're bent. He needs to go see a foot doctor or something. And the gun has this the extended piece there, which is cool, but it doesn't quite fit in his hand right, and the hat comes off. Now, some people might like that. I can't stand it. I'd rather have it molded on so that I don't have to worry about losing it. He's got the little piece there molded on. The fabric's pretty well detailed. The detail and everything is up to snuff. Looks pretty close lightness-wise, but no hope in getting this guy to stand. Let's try again. Nice. So, let's talk about the other guy. He's a bit better. He comes with this gun. Now that's one of the big problems for him, is that his gun doesn't fit in his hand well. You can see it's pretty loose. But that's forgivable because he does come with a holster slot. Now I dig a holster slot because it just gives you the option. Articulation on this guy, exactly the same as the other. Probably because, nope, they're different molds. I thought maybe they shared a lot of the same mold, but they look pretty different, so that's good. But yeah, articulation is the same with the exception of this guy has an ankle hinge, which allows him to stand. I don't get it. I don't get why you would give one, why you would give one and not the other. And, he doesn't even stand easy because he doesn't come with a stand. but it's possible. So yeah, and this, it's got this little piece that's molded on and painted well, and it's solid. This bit is all painted here, so that's cool. So this guy's pretty cool, and let's compare them a little bit. Here he is. This is the only other one I have, and this is like a much older unit, and like this is a great update to this figure. So like, I get it. I'm in. This guy, this is about the same figure. This isn't, I mean, his knees don't bend. The articulation is not the same. I just popped that off. But, the articulation is not the same, so he's a nice update too. So they are nice updated figures, but, at least this guy will stand. Well, he'll stand, arm or no arm. This guy, no. Sorry, real quick, couple things I wanted to mention. Their heads are on ball joints, actually, not swivels. And I can just this guy. But so there, and then secondly, there was another set too at K-Mart. There was an exclusive set. It was a Stormtrooper and one of these guys. I couldn't bring myself to get another Stormtrooper and for $15. So okay, back to the show. Okay, so here we are with the Ewok Assault Catapult, and there's a little bit of assembly required with this unit. So let's go over the Ewoks first. I gotta get the box out because I don't know. I'm sure some fan can correct me and say, "What, you never read the Ewok trilogy by Timothy Zahn?" No, I have not. This is supposedly Chubray, and that's Stimsy. So Chubray is the brown Ewok, and as you can see, he's got a little bit of paint apps on him. The rest is plain. There's a little bit of dry brushing on the fur, which is nice. He holds the spear well. Hinge hips, swivel and hinge for the ankle, swivel hinge for the shoulder, swivel for the wrist, swivel at the waist, and swivel at the head. Only problem is you can't really put the spear in this hand and raise up his arm, because then his whole hood will get discombobulated. So that's kind of weak. But he holds it just fine in the other, so no big deal. Now I'm guessing this is just a remold or a repaint of a Ewok mold. But this guy might be a new mold. The face has some like unique detail. See if we can get it to focus. Some unique detail in there. Swivel on the waist, swivel at the head, hinge, swivel. I think it's called a universal joint, but whatever. On the shoulder. Same at the elbow, which is nice. Swivel at the wrist. Universal joint, if that's correct. At the hips, and then ankle tilt and swivel at the ankles. So this guy is pretty well articulated for an Ewok. Now it is just an Ewok, so unless you're troop building, there's nothing really going on here. But I do kind of troop build Ewoks, as lame as that is. God, I should just give up. Anyway, who else troop builds Ewoks? I feel like a loser right now. So let's talk a little bit about the Catapult. The Catapult, some assembly is required. It's basically this piece is tied to this cross bit here, and then it plugs in underneath right there, over one under the other. Let's just get them out of the way. You crank it up using one side, and then you kind of use the sticks of the other, the cross members, onto this log, and then let's see if we can get this thing to fire. So, and then you just kind of push this side in. Not hateful, not terrible. I mean, it's lame, but it's, it could be worse. And it does come with 2 rocks. I don't know where the other one is at the moment. but it does come with 2 of these. They're just one hunk of plastic with a peg that you peg in. And you peg in there, and then you wind it up. It takes wind. So that's cool. It'll do. There's some green paint apps. There's some dry brushing. There's maybe there's probably washes on some dark washes on the logs. The ropes are painted. This is real string here, which is tied into this molded rope up here. So it's it's overall a well presented unit. Now the problem with this is the price point and the exclusivity of it. And I can compare these to a couple other Ewoks that I have. This was like that. I think this was a Toys R Us exclusive. I'm not sure. But whatever. The problem is that this is like a $21 set. And you get 2 Ewoks in this little cheesy catapult thing. I don't know. Not worth it to me. So here they are together, and I'm just going to talk a bit about them. Another problem, this plastic here, it's like a soft plastic for the catapult, and if you leave it bent back like this, the plastic will warp, and then the catapult will be useless. So just keep that in mind as well. Here's the problem. Like I said again, it's a $21 set and a $15 set. Now the $15 set, you're getting 2 figures, which would be about $15 anyway, and you get this extra little cart, and I don't know. I guess I see that, because I don't think I would have bought them separately if it would have been a non-exclusive set. I don't think I would have bought them separately on card. This one I probably would have bought them separately just because I troop build Ewoks, because I'm a loser. I even hate Ewoks, but I can't help myself from buying more. So would I get them? It depends. If you're like just getting key characters in the 3 3/4 line, skip these. I know it says exclusive. If you can buy them and flip them and make something off of them, then you can do that. But I would skip them. They're not really bringing anything new to the table except for this particular Ewok, and $20 on an Ewok. Like, I should have my head examined. The thing is like, as a collector, Star Wars was the first line I started collecting as a kid, and my mom like threw all my Star Wars characters away. Like, when I was still a kid, like I was playing with them, I went somewhere else, and she just picked them up and threw them away. I think I was playing with them in the sandbox. So now I have to have them all just to, like, I don't know. Somebody get a psychiatrist on the phone, just probably to scratch that sort of itch there. Like, yeah, take that, traumatic childhood. But so yeah, I'd skip these and go with these if you had to take one, but really, I'd skip them both. There's nothing really new going on here. There's nothing really special. So if it's a toy and it's not special, you know what happens. Daredevil comes in and serves up a good round of justice. Let's do this. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.